Hello everyone, welcome to Junk Journals and More. My name is Michelle. I had received these coin folders in a Happy Mail, and I got several questions on what do you use them for. My idea to use them was for specimen cards. These were a lot of fun. I was playing around with different options on how to do it. I used just some paper and a sticker in the middle. These are a little slick on the outside, so if you're going to cover them with paper, I would suggest using just a little bit of fine sandpaper and roughing up the top. You can do this, whether you're gonna glue to it or stamp on it, just to kind of get that shininess off, and maybe so that the paper and the glue will stick to it. I also used some jelly printed paper and dried flour in the middle, again glued on there. This is an odd shaped circle, so that is something that you'd have to play around with to try to get the right hole size in the paper, because this is all plastic and it covers the whole inside. It doesn't easily come off, and not that you would want it to. But you could cut that out and replace it with acetate later if that's easier for you. I did find a circle punch that is a blade that goes around, and I had to very carefully figure out how to get it to the exact right size. It was very time consuming, so just bear that in mind if that's something that you want to do. I've also just printed directly on it, just used some StazOn, and then glued a little bit of a specimen tag on there. Use a butterfly sticker in the middle. My favorite has been to go back on the white by using some distress ink, so it does look older that way. I've used some tea dye on the outside of this one. You can use old paper, which also is just a little bit lighter of a color, so it looks older but does not look brown, I guess is what you want to do, but it takes that white off of it, so it's not so glaring on the outside with the white. So then what you want to do is you want to pick out some sort of a background stamp. It could have words, it could have pictures, it could just have patterns, whatever you choose. I would suggest you use maybe a circle cutout to place in the middle while you are stamping, because what I've done before is I didn't use that, and I did get some ink on the plastic in the middle. Now it's not a huge deal, I would still use this, but if you don't want the stamp in the middle, you want to make sure that you place a little circle in there just to keep it from getting stamped. Okay, so like I said, it could be any kind, but if you use words and you want them right side up, you probably will want to fold this and make sure that you're getting it the right way up. Well, it doesn't have to be perfect. If it's a little off center, a little crooked, that's okay. That's the purpose of this. Isn't for reading what's on there, it's just for some background. And then I'm going to do the other side. Okay, and there you go. It just takes a moment to again, the outside is slick still, so it just takes a moment to dry. While that one's drying, I will, let's see, let's try a different stamp for this one. Sorry, I'm so unprepared. Okay, so let's take again, if you are using words and you want them right side up, you want to make sure that you have it set up just the right way. Now, this one doesn't cover the whole thing, so I will do it a second time. The other side. And again, on the other side. And again, it doesn't have to match, it doesn't have to be the same on both sides. This just happens to be the stamp I'm using at the moment, so instead of switching out and taking the time on the video, I'll just use the same one. Okay, and there you go. So next, you want to decide what you want to put in the middle. Like I said, if you have used stickers, I really do like, however, the dried flowers. And I have a bunch that I have on hand. And let's see, which do I want to be the front? I think I want this to be the front. All right, this one's a little bit big. Let's see if that's still okay. That's still okay. So this is where you can either glue that first, or the other option, if you want to age the edges, you could do that after the glue is dry, or you can do it before you put your middle piece in there. Let's switch out my ink. And of course, I have some vintage photo here. Get that top piece as well. Okay. Again, if you wanted to get around the circle, you want to put something in the middle so you don't get it all over the plastic. You can use a smaller dauber as well. I have a finger one here. Sorry if I'm off camera. I apologize. Again, it's my first video, so bear with me. I am still learning. Okay. And then this one. It does take a little bit of time to get all that middle piece inked up. Okay. So again, let's take this dried flower. I think I decided this was going to be the front. And you don't have to glue it in there, but whether, again, hot glue may be better. I haven't pulled out my hot glue gun today, so I will just stick with my 3-in-1. So what I started doing is I put down a little bit, tried to blend it out a little bit. and then put a little bit more. So Fabrifix will probably do well. Tacky glue may work very well also. And this is what I've had on hand. It's my 3-in-1, and it's pretty trusty for me. So you're gonna want to keep that shut. And if you have, you know, a little bulldog clip, binder clip, paper clip, something, just to keep it closed for a few moments, to give it a chance to catch there. Let's see what else I have for my dried flowers. Let's see, there's a clover. This one's not going to matter, it's the same. Take that tail off of there. And like I said, I did use some stickers on a couple of them, some clear stickers. The only thing I didn't like about those is that then on the back, they, you just see like the back of the printout. It doesn't look like the front. Now on the dried flowers, you're still getting, there's a back to it, but it still looks interesting to me. But whatever you prefer is fine. But it's just something to keep in mind when you're choosing what you want to put in the middle, because you will see both the front and the back of the item you put in there. Okay, and then that's a little off center again, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. Hold that closed. Now, one thing I have noticed sometimes there's, you know, this is a little extra edge. I don't worry about it too much. If it bothers you, you can always maybe try to cover the inside or put a little extra, you know, stays on there just to lighten it. Darken it. And if that bothers you, you have that option. But here's where you could put like a little tag or a little label on there, another little stamp that says specimen. You put across the top, whatever you prefer. These are pretty simple and to the point. Again, there's the front and there's the back. Still looks very interesting, and you can use them however you like. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment box below. I'll be happy to get back to you as soon as I can. And if you have any suggestions, I'm open for those as well. Thank you so much for your time today, and I hope to see you again soon.